It's Monday and I'm Marianne. Hi everybody, Marianne Kilkenny, Women Living in Community. And today the question is, are you a seeker? Again, I would guess that probably you're a seeker in many ways, but today we're talking about seeking community, seeking connection. And sometimes I think it's a really good idea to look at what a definition might be for a seeker. And of course, the one I went to when I Googled it was from seeker.com. There is such a thing. And on that particular site, they talked about it. It was the one that I really liked. And it's a seeker is someone who always wants to know more, or their mind is restless. And that you're just so curious, you might be defined by your curiosity. I like that, a little bit always wanting to know more. And that's part of the reason that I hope you're here, because you want to know more about community as we age. And that's why I wrote the guidebook, to kind of ferret you through that process. And in my guidebook, Your Quest for Home, Finding Your Ideal Community in Later Life, there's a particular page that talks about nine characteristics of successful seekers. Now again, this is my own experience of people, and I'm sure that there's more than 9, and I challenge you, I ask you, write to me and tell me the ones that you also would think of. The ones I'm going to talk to you today about are 3 of the 9 that there are in the book. And the other 6, I have something for you at the end of the call that you could ask me for the other 6. So the ones that probably I most identify with is, 1 is a depth of knowledge, 2 is being a risk taker, and 3 is flexibility. These are some of the main characteristics, there's of a successful seeker, my definition of when it comes to community. So a depth of knowledge would be desires that they seek answers, that that we are not stumped, you are not stumped, and you just keep asking questions until you get answers. That's somebody who really has a depth of knowledge. Then as far as a risk taker, the risk takers in all of us, we don't take a little bit of fear and stop. It's actually a challenge, and you don't want to get knocked off of balance. A risk taker will face their challenges head on. You're beginning to get this and identify that you probably have some of these characteristics. If not, many of these can be developed. And the last one, and probably the one that I speak to more often, is about flexibility. Not rigid in any way. You know what you want, but you're also flexible in what I consider bendable. Because when circumstances require that is what we do, is we bend a little bit. That gives me an idea of one of the stories about, I was doing a workshop, and I remember there was a person there that said, this is the way I want it, this is what I want, this is when I want it, and I can't, these things are not, I need to have them. And I actually said to the person, I think it might have been the Grand Nudge that came out and said, I think that if you don't get those things, you don't want to do this. And the person said, absolutely. So I actually said to that person, well, maybe, community is not the best place for you to be. And as we say in the South, bless your heart, because it saved that person so much time by really realizing that maybe that particular person didn't have the flexibility required to really be happy in the kind of life that that person was looking for in community. And so that's a pretty important. Those three, there's 6 others. And if you send me your email, if you send it to info@womenforlivingincommunity.com and put on the title Seeker, I would love to send you the PDF of this particular page in the workbook. And I challenge you, once you do that, to really look at those and rate yourself on, do I have these? Can I accomplish these? So that you're going on with the work as you go. That's why I do these Facebook Lives. Also, I have made a few changes. I told you that I was going to do a Zoom class in October. I'm still going to do it in October, but it's probably going to be later. And I will be getting that out on Facebook and to you that subscribe to Women for Living in Community and get emails from me. So we've had a couple of technical things that have changed, and the lucky 12 people that sign up will see me on Zoom, and we'll all get together and go through the exercises in the guidebook, which I've done before, and it has some really, really positive results, if I must say so myself. And then there is next week. Next week I'll be here and I'll be talking about something called, you know how sometimes there's a checklist, like I want this, 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 and it's very linear. I find that my route to getting to community has been, as I call it, rather circuitous. And yours might be too. And I'm encouraging you to look at that as a positive. So, Women for Living in Community, if you'd like to leave some comments, follow me. I know that you're out there, and I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week. And next week, 3 o'clock. Sounds like a great idea. See you then.